A man can lose respect in less than 10 seconds. Not because he's weak, not because he's wrong, but because of one reaction he didn't control. You have seen it happen. Someone says something disrespectful, the room goes quiet, and suddenly everyone is watching. What happens next decide how people see you. Not your muscles, not your money, not your status, just that moment. And the strange part is, the person who stays calm usually walks away with all the power. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 moments where self-control quietly wins. The third one is one almost nobody notices, but it's the one that changes how people see you the most. Let me start with something funny. You ever watch someone lose an argument before the argument even begins? It's actually impressive. The other person says one sentence and suddenly this guy is, "What do you mean by that?" Hands moving, voice rising, energy going everywhere. Now the whole room isn't focused on the conversation anymore. They are focused on him. Not in a good way, in a someone get this guy a glass of water kind of way. And the crazy part is, the moment he exploded, he lost. Because when you lose control of your emotions, you hand control of the situation to someone else. It's like giving someone your car keys and saying, "Here, drive my mood for the next 10 minutes. And people do this every day, online, at work, in relationships. Someone pushes a button and suddenly you're reacting like a smartphone notification. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Self-control isn't about being quiet. It's about not being predictable. And that leads to the second moment where the power shifts. A few years ago, I watched 2 guys argue in a meeting. Same situation, same tension, same disrespect, but completely different reactions. The first guy snapped instantly, raised his voice, and started explaining himself. Over-explaining, actually. You know, that mode where someone talks so fast, they are basically arguing with 5 imaginary people at once. And then the other guy spoke calmly, slow and relaxed. He didn't rush, he didn't react emotionally. He just said, "Relax, that's not what's happening." And something interesting happened in the room. The energy shifted. Because when one person is emotional, the other person is calm. People instinctively trust the calm one. It's psychological. The brain reacts to calmness as control, and control signals confidence. You don't see surgeons screaming during surgery. You don't see pilots yelling in turbulence. Imagine a pilot coming on the radio, speaking, saying, "Everybody panic." No one wants that energy at 30,000 feet. People trust the person who looks like they know what they're doing. And emotional control sends that signal. But the most powerful moment of all is the one that happens before you react. Most people miss it completely. And once you see it, you realize why self-control is actually the real flex. Here's the moment. Something happens. Someone disrespects you. Someone criticizes you. Someone tries to provoke you. And there's the tiny gap, a small space between what happened and what you do next. Most people erase that space immediately. They react. Emotions take over, and boom, now they are arguing with full passion like they are defending their PhD in overreacting. But people with strong self-control do something different. They pause. 3 seconds, maybe 5. That pause changes everything because your emotional brain reacts instantly. But your thinking brain needs a moment to catch up. When you pause, you give the smart part of your brain time to enter the chat. Now, instead of reacting, you choose. And when people see that kind of control, they feel it. You don't have to say much. You don't have to dominate the room. People can tell this person doesn't move emotionally. And that's rare. Most people think the flex is dominance, loud voices, aggression, intensity. But those things are easy. Real strength is restraint, is the ability to stay calm when someone else is trying to pull you into chaos. Because the moment someone can control your emotions, they control you. But when you control yourself, no one else can. And that's real power. So, the next time someone tries to provoke you, watch what happens if you don't react immediately. Just pause. Let the moment breathe. Let the room settle. You might notice something interesting. The person trying to control the situation suddenly isn't controlling anymore. Because the real flex was never dominance. The real flex was self-control. No noise, no rush, just smart text and chill vibes.